All right, welcome everyone. Hope everything's going good for you and you didn't get snowed in too bad. Uh, I've been wanting to make this video for a pretty good while now to hopefully help you all out. Whether you're about to get an Intoxalock device installed on your vehicle or you have one on there. I had to have one put on my vehicle back in 2022. And for me, my experience, it was an expensive, stressful nightmare. And I just want to make this video to hopefully help anyone and everyone out, because you have to learn all these things on your own because nobody's going to tell you until now. So hang tight and we'll get right into it, because there is a lot. You're going to want to get a pen and paper or watch this video a bunch of times, because you're going to want to know this to save you stress and money and all that stuff. Yep, I know. Okay, two of the most important things that you're going to start off with if you've got an Intoxalock handheld breathalyzer device installed on your vehicle. Here's a picture of the one that I had, and this is the specific model that I had. I don't know how any of the other ones work, but you're going to have to download the app on your phone, because you're just going to have to. They're automatically going to assign you a service center that deals with an Intoxalock device. Well, for me, they started me off with a Cartronics. I'm telling you right now, do not do Cartronics. It'll give you a list of all these service centers. You go down through one. What you do is you call each one and you ask them if they will take in a tow-in case your car breaks down and you have an Intoxalock thing on there, because Cartronics won't. And that caused me problems. It really did. And lots of money, lots of stress, lots of time. So whatever you do, don't go with Cartronics, because it'll just mess you up. And the other thing too, like I was saying before, if you have a vehicle that's a piece of crap, like my little Ford Ranger was, you're in for it. You're hit. You're hurt. It's going to be stressful and lots of money. And the reason for that being is, if your battery, your auto battery, goes below or dips below 12 volts, that handheld Intoxalock device will lock up and you won't be able to start your vehicle. And you're going to have your vehicle towed to your service center, which is going to cost you some money, because you got to pay the service center and you got to pay Intoxalock. So I know it's out of your control if your vehicle's not in good working order, but I'm just saying it's going to cause you problems, because that's what happened to me. All right, let's see. Someone else can drive your vehicle with an Intoxalock device on there. It's just they're going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to do the blow test and the road, going down the road thing, and all that stuff. So if they get in trouble or get you in a lockout, you're going to be in trouble and have to have your car towed. Every time something happens, you can't start your vehicle or the Intoxalock device malfunctions, you're going to call Intoxalock. You're going to have to. And every time you're going to talk to somebody in India. But after months and months of having to deal with all that, and those Indian people that you can't really understand, they can't understand you, they have a division that, I don't know if you call it an elite division, but they're from America. And you can talk to them. Just if you ever have to call them, say, hey, switch me over to the removal team or whoever, and then you'll be able to talk to someone in America. But yes, someone else can drive your vehicle, but they just have to go through the same steps that you do. So they need to see this too, if that's going to be the case, because if you miss a calibration, and you're going to have one every month, you got to pay for it. You got to take it to your service center so they can recalibrate your handheld device. Well, if you miss one, if you miss calibration, no exceptions. The monitoring authority, which is the Highway Patrol, every time you blow in it in your device, it's going to take a picture, video, whatever it is. It's going to send all that information to the monitoring authority. So if you miss a calibration, they're going to extend the time that you're going to have it on your vehicle by 4 months. I know, because Cartronics caused me to have to do that, because I didn't know they didn't take a tow in, because my truck was such a piece of crap. You see what I'm saying? Right. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, the handheld device itself. Well, it's a piece of crap too, and it's going to malfunction. It will. That's just the way it is. There's not a whole lot you can really do to keep it warm in the wintertime or keep it cool in the hot summer. But and when it does malfunction, it'll tell you and show you. And what it is you're gonna have to call the Intoxalock people and say, hey, the thing is malfunctioning, and what they're gonna tell you is to stay on the phone with them, disconnect the negative side of your battery, let it stay off for 2 minutes, hook it back up, and then redo the blow test thing. And if it still doesn't work, then they'll have to call your service center. Well, first of all, you're going to have your vehicle towed 2 or 3 times from wherever you broke down from to the service center. And you see what I'm saying? It's going to cost you money because you got to pay them and you got to pay Intoxalock. I know, it's crazy. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, your handheld device thing. Don't ever disconnect the cable that going to your little handheld device thing, because if you do, it's gonna look at it like you're tampering with it, and it's gonna lock you out. And you gotta call Intoxalock, tell them what's going on. You gotta have your vehicle towed to your service center, and they gotta reset it, and about $100 again. And of course, all that information, anytime anything happens with that handheld device, that information is sent to the monitoring authority, who is the highway patrol people. Right. Don't ever do any kind of maintenance to your vehicle without calling them and letting them know. And you can also get on the app and say, hey, you'll see what I'm talking about. But if you mess with the battery or the handheld device or any of the cables and it locks you out, you're hit. It's going to cost you some money, and it's not going to be good. It's going to be stressful. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, here's a very important thing to know. When you're going down the road, it's going to periodically, probably anywhere from every 5 to 8 minutes, it's going to go off for you to blow in it. Well, it'll give you time to pull over so you can blow in it, and it's a rolling test is what it's called. But you can also do it while you're going down the road, but just, be careful. One of the things that I didn't know, and nobody will ever tell you, is don't ever leave your car running. Like you pull into a gas station and you get out and go in. No, don't do that, because that thing will go off and you won't know it. And then when you come back out, you're going to be locked out. And then you got to have it towed and go through all that whole process. But here's another thing too that I found out and realized it happened to me a couple times. You could pull in somewhere, doesn't matter, and you turn your vehicle off and you go to get out. Now your vehicle's off. If you don't wait 10 seconds or so, 12, even after you've turned your vehicle off, that handheld device will go off for a test. If you've already gotten out and closed the door and gone in, and it does that, guess what? You're going to be locked out, and you're going to have to go through the whole having it towed and paying them, and paying everybody. Right, so always pay attention after you turn your vehicle off. Just give it 20 seconds to see if it's going to ask for a test. Yeah, you got to watch out for that one. That almost got me. Let's see what else. Okay, concerning Intoxalock, the company and your lease is what it's called. They do have a towing thing that's connected with it and mixed in with it. So if you break down somewhere, you call them and tell them what's going on. And I've had to do it a couple times, use their towing service, but that's going to be an all-day thing. You got to talk to a bunch of people that aren't in America. And what they do is they scan within like a 10-15 mile radius of where you're at to find a towing company to come get you. Well, it's going to cost a lot of money. So you can go that route, or even use your regular auto insurance, because most of the plans that you're going to have is going to have a 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, all that. But still, that's going to cost you a lot of money too. And whatever. But I ended up, it worked out for me. I got to know the owner of a family-owned small towing company up in Springfield, Tennessee, and because I had to use them so much. So, but yeah, you just have to figure that out on your own too. But also, like I said before, don't let your car battery or your auto battery dip below 12 volts. And I know you probably can't help it sometimes if your car's an older one and not in good running order. Okay, so here's another thing too. Some foods will cause a fail test on the blow. Vinegars, hot sauces, you know, don't brush your teeth, don't use mouthwash and then go blowing it and stuff, because it happened to me. But I just got through eating some Captain D's, and the malt vinegar is malt. It's fermented vinegar, and it has a slight alcohol tendency to it, and I didn't realize it. But here's the thing about that: if you get a failed blow test, it's gonna go into a countdown mode, give you 2 to 5 minutes to reblow. Now, if you reblow on it and you pass it, everything's good. Nothing to worry about. You can start your vehicle up. But if you blow it that second time and you fail it, you're going into a lockout and tow and this and that, whatever. But that information is going to be, all the information is going to be sent to the monitoring authority no matter what. So, and they'll have to, if you fail it a second time with a blow test, that's going to possibly take you back to court and all that. Who knows? So watch out for the foods that you eat and all that kind of stuff. But I'd figured out within 8 months of having this thing, a hack, I guess you'd call it. And I'll show you just shortly. Hang on a second. All right. So talking about the foods that'll set it off, and drinks and brushing your teeth, stuff like that, I ordered myself one of these. And it's a handheld personal breathalyzer. And that way, you can check yourself before you try to go anywhere and start it. And that'll keep you from having a failed test and being stressed out, and save you a lot of money and time and stress. But one of these, I'll leave a link to this one in the description if you're interested in that. But I would strongly suggest getting one of these, no matter why, because it could possibly save you a lot of time, stress, and money. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Hang on. Okay, I did think about something else. In cold times and winter time, if you get ready to get out of your vehicle and whatever, and you hold that button down and let it beep 3 times, and then it will go into a battery save mode. It still kind of stays on, but yeah, it helps. It helps to keep your battery from completely draining on that stuff, especially in cold weather. So it does do that, or it will do that. But like I said too, if you've got a vehicle that's in bad shape, especially electrically wise, you're hit. And I'm sorry to tell you, but that's just the way it is. Now, you can't have the device changed over to another vehicle. You just got to call them, get it all set up, talk to the service center, and if you get another vehicle, you can have it switched over. But you got to let everybody know, everybody that's involved. That way it'll be legal and you're all good to go. So you can't have it switched over to another vehicle. That's a fact. Let's see. I think that's about it. Let me think about it for a second. Hang on. All right, here's one too. Do not try to jump start your vehicle if it breaks down or your battery's dead. You call them, let them know what's going on, the monitoring authority, the Intoxalock people. Because if you try to jump start your vehicle without letting them know, well, I mean, it's going to be bad anyway. But, right, no jump starts, any kind of maintenance at all. Right. I don't know. Watch out for this thing. It's crazy. It's a piece of crap, too. It's a toy. And it's almost a big, giant scam. But who knows? What I'm trying to tell you is pay attention to it. Don't act like it ain't nothing. Because it will mess you up and cost you a lot of money and a lot of stress. I don't know it. Okay. Well, all right. I think that's about it, pretty much. But if there is something else that I left out, you'll figure it out. Trust me, you will. But I hope this is a help to you. Stay safe, have fun, have peace, enjoy your life. Also, be sure to check out the link in the description for the personal handheld breathalyzer thing, because I tell you what, you need that to have that, because you don't know. And that handheld device is weird and fickle. All right, y'all have fun.